Hey guys, up next on Let's Make Some Squishy Cakes, we're going to be making this lovely donut here. So stay tuned if you want to know how to make a donut. Okay guys, things you're going to be needing. We're going to be needing our sponges again from the Dollar Tree, just Scrubble Bubbles. Just extra foam sponges, comes of course in a little 10 pack if you can see that. And for our little dimensions here, we're just going to be making one of the yellow ones because I just love the yellow, but these also come in a variety, so you can make a red one here for, where is it? For here, for just making, I don't know, red velvet cakes and stuff like that, blue for whatever your heart's content. And of course, you're going to be needing some scissors. And the color I'm going to be making here is copper from the Dollar Tree. This is the Tulip's Pearl. And it's a nice chocolatey color. So I think we're going to be making a chocolatey donut. So from our last one, we made the eclair here. You're going to need a little square here. Just any one will do. So you got your square here. And of course, as a little estimate here, this here is just the perfect size to make a little donut. So what I tend to do is I tend to cut the edges here to make the donut shape, and then we're going to do a hole, and then we're going to be doing decorations. Alright, so let's get to cutting. Yes. Okay. I think that's the best we're going to get. So as you can see here, the top, if you can see, has a little bit of jagged edge. Then the bottom down here is perfectly smooth. This is going to be your bottom. I always do the jagged edge or the weird kind of topping from the scissor cutting up at the top here. That's always used for puffy paint. So the next thing that we're going to be doing here is we're going to be creating the little hole. And if I just flip it over here, you can just see it's just a little round circle plug taken out of it. I do this 2 ways. I will take my scissors and I will cut on the inside, and then just with my fingers just pinch off any of the excess to make the perfect little hole. I mean, from the bottom you can kind of tell, but then from the top you really can't tell. So alright, so let's get going with that. Okay, so we got the hole cut out, and it doesn't need to be perfect because this side here is going to be for your puffy paint. Then underneath, it looks like a nice clean little donut hole. And what you saw me doing this, I was stretching it out just to, you know, make it into a ring or whatnot. Just depending. And of course, just by ripping, you can really control your outcome of your hole here to make it look as neat as possible, because this is the bottom. And you do want your squishy cake hole or your donut hole to look, that's funny, to look very neat. So the jagged side, that's going to be the side for your paint. So next thing here, we're going to be doing the drizzle. And what I always do with mine is I always do the sides first. That's just my preference, and I will fill it in. Then of course we're going to do that and do the frosting, but I don't have any of my beads anymore, sadly to say. with this. You can always add beads as sprinkles later if you want. This is for your guys' preference. So I think I'm going to be making me a chocolatey donut. So let's start on the frosting. Okay, so I already started to fill in the top. And it's not that hard. You just want to make sure that you kind of squeeze and swirl to kind of get all the edges blended. Because if you're, for instance, if you just go like right here, if you just go right here, and as you can see there, I have a space. I don't want that, so just squeeze and blend as much as you can. And pray to goodness you don't run out of puffy paint while you're doing this. It will take up a lot of puffy paint, but the outcome is going to be so squishy and delicious looking. And on the inside here, as you can see, I'm already starting to do the filling on the inside. Turn you guys around so you can see. I'm just going to take and then drag down. Take, drag, take, drag. And remember, for donuts, they all look different. They don't exactly look the same. So there might be one where the hole might be a little bit bigger. And there's going to be one where the hole might look smaller. You know, it's really up to the confectionist here on how to do it. So it's really your own preference. And like what I like to do is, as you see me doing right now, I'm turning my paper just to make sure that I get every chocolatey, yummy goodness on my donut. Filling in a few spots. Nothing really major here. Yep, I haven't done this in a while, guys, and I love doing like arts and crafts and stuff like that. The hole looks a little bit smaller due to my puffy paint extravaganza. But then again, I am working with a bigger tip than what I'm used to, and definitely on the scribbles. I recommend the scribbles because their tip is Hello Fine, and you can really get in there with detail and whatnot. Alrighty, so I'm thinking this is looking pretty good. You want to get it as even as possible, and sometimes you can't do that. Like for instance, with certain donuts here, the frosting's going to be one bigger on this side. I mean, you can use a piping bag. I've never tried that. I've heard somebody doing that. Not really my preference. So I think this is going to be a chocolatey meringue. I don't know why, because this is some of my new Scribble paint here. This one here is in the color Neon Orange, and this is by Scribbles 3D Paint, so Neon Orange. And I think, I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit of the orange drizzle. I kind of don't want to go for that. I want to keep it in the chocolatey category. So I think that I'm going to be using some hot chocolate. And this is Scribbles 3D Paint also, and this is in hot chocolate. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're just going to make the little white drizzlies on it. Very kind of simple. When you're squeezing, you might encounter a problem where it scoops out, or completely just scoops out in general. If that's the case, all you gotta do is just lightly push on it a little bit. Alright. Like, see, that side should have been more bigger, but you know what? That's fine. I think it looks pretty darn good. The longer you take your time on this, the more beautiful, I guess, your squishy cake's gonna come out. Like on these ones here, it took me a little bit longer than expected because I just wanted my first ones to be very nice. But the hole is bigger on this one, as you can see, with the extra chunky. It's going to be a little bit more of a thicker kind of pastry. And I actually don't mind that. I really do like it. You can add little sprinkles of your own. The sprinkles in here are, they're sprinkles, or not sprinkles, but they're beads, and I don't have my beads with me, so I'm just going to be making sprinkles with this. No biggie, ain't no thing but a chicken wing. So I'm thinking I might just, I'm not sure, add a little bit of a candy. A little bit of candy on the side. Ain't nothing too fancy. Maybe a little bit of dots. Why not? You can also use complementary colors. I'm kind of going crazy because I want my donut to be chocolatey. Maybe it is a Halloween donut. We can go like that. Ooh, yummy, yummy. So that one there I think is going to be a Halloween donut. It looks kind of silly, but you know what? I like it. I think it gives it a little bit of character. Now you could have not, you know, gone with the bright neon like I did with the scribbles, but you know, it really is your preference. And it's kind of like on this squishy cake we'll be making a little bit later. Ooh, not with that though. We have different things on here, so you can always keep it very simple. It's up to you and with the awkward kind of filling. Or you can kind of keep it in the same category and use sprinkles that are complementary colors. I wanted this one to be a little bit different. I don't know why. So, okay guys, that's how you make a donut per se. To all my subbies, mwah, thanks for giving me the time of day so much. I hope you guys love this. The next squishy cake we are going to be making is the more common squishy cake. It is going to be a simple one here with some top drizzle and some filling. It's the 2-layered cake. So stay tuned up next. That's what we're going to be making. Alright guys, so all my subbies, mwah, thanks for giving me the time of day. And come rate, subscribe if you haven't. It is free. I hope you do like. And I'll see you guys again next time on the old YouTube. Bye-bye, guys. Donut.